We got new tool announcements from DeWALT, Milwaukee, RYOBI, RR Buildings, and the Swan Tool Group.
We've also got budget bandsaws, meme knives, massive chainsaws, and Honda's electric future.
And another platinum tool deal from Ohio Power Tool. This is the Tool Show. Welcome back, tool fans. I am super excited. It's December and we've got new tools to talk about. Plus, we get to open new tools from the Swan Tool Group, which is very cool as well.
It's already Christmas.
Right.
But before we get to those, we're going to start with news, right?
Yeah. So our first news comes from DeWALT, who has 3 new commercial string trimmers, all part of their 60-volt max commercial tool line. The first one is the 980X2. It's a 17.5-inch brushless cordless string trimmer. They compare it to a Stihl FS131, which is a 36cc gas, and they say their version is 18% more powerful, has 63% more torque, and it's 70% quieter, which I would hope being
Not
battery
gas.
over gas. That's going to ring up at $767 with a 2 9-amp-hour battery kit. Now, the next one is the 981B, which is the bike handle version of that same one. So just bike handle version is going to be available in bare tool for $599. And then the third version is the 975Y2, which is a 16.5-inch string trimmer. They compare it to a Stihl FS91R, which is a 28.4cc gas version. The new DeWALT has 30% more power, 67% more torque, 26% lighter, which is kind of a big deal when you're a pro using this as a landscaper all the time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, we don't have price or availability yet for that one.
What is the difference between DeWALT and commercial?
Yeah, okay.
Is that
so
new?
Yeah, that kind of caught a bunch of us off guard. So it's weird to say DeWALT commercial because DeWALT is a pro brand. Everything they make is commercial,
right?
Yeah. So it was confusing because it was in a press release. So it's been written about a couple of times that we've seen. The reality is when you go to their website to look up those commercial tools, the word commercial is nowhere. It just says 60-volt max like you expect. So
there's not a difference.
No, there's not a difference. I think it's just marketing. And the reality is the 2 that came out a couple months ago, they already have a ton of really good reviews on the DeWALT website. And almost every single one of them is calling out the power and how fast it starts up, which what says commercial pro more than tons of power. So apparently they're on the right track.
All right, speaking of string trimmers, RYOBI also launched 2 new ones this week. The first one is the 18-volt 1+ HP 15-inch string trimmer. Now, this one has more power than a 21cc gas equivalent. It has a 40-minute runtime with a 4-amp-hour battery. The second one is a 40-volt 1+ HP 17-inch string trimmer. Now, this one has more power than a 32cc gas equivalent, and it has a 45-minute runtime on a 4-amp-hour battery. Now, both of them have full throttle under 1 second. They have 2-speed variable speed triggers. They both have Real Easy Plus bump feed heads, built-in link wall storage compatibility, and it's part of their Whisper series, so it's nearly 90% quieter than gas. The 18-volt one is $159 bare or $199 in a 4-amp-hour kit, and the 40-volt version is $189 bare or $229 in a 4-amp-hour kit.
You said RYOBI link wall compatibility.
I did. So it has the link mount already on the back of it. So you don't need to use a hook. You come in from working out in the yard.
So like the actual casing for the tool has the hook.
So you don't need to put it up on a hook on the wall. So you can bring it in and just click it onto your link system.
Wherever you have room.
Yes. So wherever you have an open one, that's where
We've used a bunch of the wall storage stuff, and while I love it, once you get it kind of figured out, I don't love that you're constantly getting weird hooks and just trying to figure out how the best one will work to hold your tools.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like, it's
but
not super
to actually have it
sometimes.
built into the tool is super. Now I want that on everything. Probably not going to get it though.
I don't think so.
All right, moving on. Milwaukee has a new M18 handheld vac. It's the 0892. It claims 40 CFM. It comes with a hose, a wand, and a crevice accessory. It'll run for 20 minutes of runtime on a 5-amp-hour battery, and it's coming in January for $179 bare.
So don't they have a much older M18 hand vac?
Yeah, so there's already one of these. It looks way weirder. It's like 10 years old. It's been around for a long time.
It's not good though.
It doesn't have really good reviews. So at first I'm like, oh, this is why they're doing that, because it has bad reviews. But when I looked into it, when we got these new stats, some weird things happen. Like for one, the old one holds more. The canister is slightly larger. The old one will get 25 minutes on a 5 amp hour battery versus 20 for the new one.
So are they just hoping it performs better?
You kind of need it to because it's $50 more than the old one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Moving on, Right Tools is expanding their service wrench line. The service wrenches are also known as pump wrenches or check nut wrenches. These ones are ultra thin and lightweight. They're used typically for fittings on hydraulic lines. They're great for hard to reach places, and previously they were available in 22 sizes from 3/4 inch to 2 1/4 inch. Now they're offering two bigger SAE sizes, 2.5 inches and 2 9/16 inches. There's also a new line of 21 metric wrenches from 19 millimeters to 65 millimeters.
How expensive are those things?
They're about $25 to $30 a piece, so not bad.
Yeah. And they're made here in Ohio.
They are in Barberton, Ohio.
Barberton. Why have we never been there? I want to
never
see
been
how
there.
wrenches are made. We should do that. Moving on to an unusual place for a new tool, RR Buildings. This week, Kyle from RR Buildings released his very own tool belt called the Framer, or the Framer. Naturally, Kyle, being a framer, has been using dozens of different tool belts over the years, so he used all that experience to build his own tool belt to rule them all. His is made of rugged 1680D nylon, has reinforced stitching, it has 6-inch padded belt, 6 large pockets, and 6 tool slots.
Honestly, that thing looks so comfortable.
Yeah, I want it just, like, if you look at the suspenders, they're super cushy and they have a spot for your phone right here. I freaking love that.
But honestly, it would be comfortable. It's built by somebody who is a framer, has been a framer for 20 plus years. He knows what's going to work and what doesn't work.
Right. Plus, it just looks super good.
Okay, so if it looks that good and it has all the features, how expensive is it?
It's not bad. I mean, if you look at like pro tool belt stuff like that, I think he's going to charge around $300.
Okay.
But he said in his video that until December 1st, if you go to the website by then, you can pick it up for $50 off. So it's only $249.
Okay.
Now, granted, we're recording this on the 3rd. You guys are watching it on the 5th. As of today, the $50 off is still there. So hopefully it'll still be there by the time you guys watch this on Friday. Either way, if you use a tool belt, highly recommend you go check out his video. And if it works for you, get an order placed early. All right, that leaves one more new tool announcement from a company that up until 2 weeks ago didn't even exist. If you guys have never had the pleasure of enjoying content from one of our favorite makers, builders, engineers, you really should check out Izzy Swan. Now, Izzy has been a friend of the channel for some time now, and he told us a few months ago about this project where he was looking at a lot of measurement tools and a couple other things that we'll get to another time that he thought could be improved on. All right, but first up, let's get into these guys. So this first one is the Ridgeway Square, and this is amazing. It's a very heavy square. So this is a 3-in-1 square. So it's a tri-square, it can be a double square, and of course, an adjustable combination square as well. Look at that. When you go to set this up and you grab your pencil, the way you typically have to make your line is you find your mark, you mark it first, you set down your pencil, and then you have to slide this up to it and then draw a line. You do that because of the width of your lead. So essentially, because the lead has width, if you're just gonna draw along the line you draw is not exactly on this mark. So you've gotta hold your pencil on the spot, you gotta slide it over and then make your mark. What he did was he went and put this little cove right along the bottom on either side that's designed so when you find your mark, you simply move this up to your mark, and when you put your pencil against it, you end up putting your lead underneath the edge there so you mark exactly where you had it lined up, and it just works beautifully. This next one is called the Merlin. This one, now we've had many squares like this before. This is really for face frames and like building boxes and carcass work for doing cabinets. Along this edge, like if we're gonna lock this up, flip it over, put it along our edge to draw our line, something that naturally happens is that, there's movement there. So he has an adjustable shelf pin here that slides either direction. So I'm gonna slide it out like that. And now it's super solid because it's resting on there and on your ruler as well. The other interesting thing is that if you've ever had a square like this, typically this sliding piece of it wraps around your ruler, which means that it doesn't sit flat. Well, as you can see, this guy is designed completely flat. By that being perfectly flat, that means that when we're not using this as an edge square, you can still use it anywhere completely flat as a ruler, which means you're going to keep this on your bench longer because it can do multiple things. All right, the last one we're going to look at is this guy right here. It's the red tail offset ruler. Now we've used offset rulers before. You know, you're going to adjust this to your 2 inches and flip it over, and we've got that little cove on the end as well. So if I wanted to use this to draw a line, a perfect line, one of the unique things is actually got 45-degree marks. So if I need to do something at a 45, make a quick 45-degree mark with my offset, that's pretty clever, and that works really well. And then of course, it's also, just like his other tools that use that same T-slot, it sits completely flat. So again, when I'm not using it to create offset lines, I'm going to be using it as a ruler everywhere else. It's just super smart. You know, the last thing we had here was an expansion set. This is a set of rulers in 4-inch, 6-inch, and 12-inch, and they're compatible with all 3 of these tools. So again, I can't get over the build quality. The features are really, really clever. And they're so pretty. I'm just so lucky to have them, let alone get to use them. Now, again, there are a couple more products from the Swan Tool Group that we have on hand that we're going to get into next week. So be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss that episode.
It's that time again. Time to start dropping hints to your family about the new tools that you want for Christmas instead of getting a tie.
That's right. And of course, if you pick the right battery platform like this one, you can be sure to get the gift that keeps on giving all year long.
There are dozens of things to put on your list from Ego this Christmas, or if you're buying for someone else, you can get them Ego and then you just borrow their batteries.
Genius. Over on egopowerplus.com website, we have a gift guide to the very best gifts from Ego, starting with fan favorites like a 3200 PSI pressure washer that puts out 1.2 GPM for up to 60 minutes with the 2 included 6 amp hour batteries for $879.
Or the PowerPlus 765 CFM blower with air speeds up to 200 miles per hour for $359 in a 5 amp hour kit. Or better yet, head over to Ohio Power Tool, who has it for only $299 right now with free shipping.
If you're looking for a great deal, you could get ready for winter with a 24-inch self-propelled 2-stage snowblower with a pair of 7.5 amp hour batteries marked down from $1649 to $1399.
Now, if you want the latest in high-tech OPE, you could get the Ego Power Plus 16-inch Line IQ Power Load carbon fiber shrink trimmer in a 4 amp hour kit marked down from $369 to only $299.
For the yard obsessed, the Ego 56-volt Power Plus 21-inch select cut lawnmower in a 7.5 amp hour kit was $749, but now it's only $599.
Or maybe you're looking for something more unique, like an Ego Ice Auger with a 5 amp hour battery dropping from $579 to just $499.
And best of all, no matter which one they get you, it'll put Ego Power in your garage, which again is the gift that just keeps on giving.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, like throughout the year, you can use it as an excuse to keep buying tools.
Okay, that makes sense. So before they get you another tie, send them over to egopowerplus.com to click on their gift guide so you're sure that you get what you want.
More Ego in your garage.
Exactly. All right, let's get into the best tool videos of the week, starting with Projects for All. Now, Mike has the new Bauer 14-inch bandsaw, which came out earlier this year, and he loves it. It has an 8-inch resaw capacity, a 13 3/8-inch throat depth, 1 horsepower, 10 amp motor, 100-inch blade, and 137 5-star reviews on Harbor Freight. Yeah. Now, you have a 14-inch bandsaw, right?
Oh yeah, my pride. I don't know if you can see it in the dark, but it's like right behind us. That is my Laguna 1412, and it is my pride and joy.
Yeah. How much did you spend on that? Just curious.
Probably more than the Bauer.
Well, the Bauer is only $600.
Mine might have been $1,600.
Yikes.
Can we just move on?
Yeah.
All right, next up, the guys over at Machinery Nation have the whole lineup of new tools from Ego for 2026, and I am wildly upset about this. They've got so many things that we haven't got our hands on yet, like the 30-inch commercial mower, which they call Pro X. Why do we have to call them Ego commercial? Back to the commercial thing again. That must be an American thing. I want Pro X. I want Ego Pro. Anyways. All right, so they have the 30-inch commercial mower. They also have the updated 18-inch chainsaw, plus a single-sided hedge trimmer that's not on the U.S. commercial or regular Ego websites. We just maybe don't even get that one. I don't know. It's just very frustrating, but lots of cool stuff. You should check it out.
Did you see the tabless battery?
Yes, at one point. Okay, we don't have those.
No.
That was never shown to us before. It looks exactly, it's an 8 amp hour.
Yes.
It is the exact same container because Ego batteries tend to look different based upon their size. It looks exactly like our 8 amp hour, except that on the side of theirs it says Arc Lithium Max and it has tabless cells.
Okay, so because it has tabless cells, that means there's more power.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it would make the mini bike go way faster?
Now, see, when I saw that, I'm thinking, 8-inch auger, maybe that works better. I mean, it works great now.
Right.
Or maybe they're chainsaws or whatever. I did not think about that. I mean, it might be limited, like speed limited to, 31 miles an hour?
Yes. But I'm just saying, if you put a tabless cell battery in
Oh my God, we need to try. Okay, if they're not coming to the States, then I need the guys from Machinery Nation to send me a couple of those.
we can go over there and hang out.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Al over on Tech Made Easy bought a brand new Honda electric mower, the Honda HRX. This is the all-new platform from Honda. He bought the top-of-the-line consumer model, the HRX BE. It has a 21-inch neck-side deck, 58-volt max battery platform. It has two 12-amp-hour batteries, a dual battery bay, and it runs up to an hour and a half.
Now, we actually saw these mowers, 2 years ago at Equip,
Yes,
I think?
at Equip.
Weren't expecting it. We just saw a Honda booth where normally there's all their gas stuff. They had in a separate booth, I want to say there was 8 mowers there or something crazy. They had a huge lineup of mowers. It was really awesome.
There's something about it we didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No, so we went and checked them out. The numbers look great. Power looked awesome, which we would expect from Honda. I asked him, what else is this brand new battery platform going to run? Where's your string trimmer? Where's your edge trimmer? Where's your blower? Where's your, anything else?
Right.
We might do that someday. I'm just going, you're asking people to buy an entirely new battery platform for one item in the garage. That's a tough sell right now.
It was weird. But Al loves his.
All right.
He does not like the charge time, though.
Why?
Because it takes 6 hours to charge one, and it only comes with a 1-bay charger.
So
it's
it takes,
not a fast.
you run that down to 0, it takes 12 hours to get it back up to.
Yes.
Sheesh. Do they have a rapid charger? Or?
Not yet. They say that they're going to have one, but it's not on the website anywhere. So not yet.
You're going to need that rapid charger. Yeah. All right, over on Last Best Tool, we got to look at the $7 Mean Knife, which looks like a fake bug-out knife from Ozark Trail at Walmart. Now, the first version that came out a couple years ago was an absolute viral hit, sold out everywhere. You could never find them, primarily because they looked like a $200 knife, they were decently made, and they were $7. So now it looks like they had a third generation of it. It still looks like a bug-out, and it's $7 instead of $200, which is a pretty good deal. And yes, we have them. Love them.
We have a ton of them. Cam has one too.
Yeah.
What version is ours?
You mean the first or second? I don't know. I can't tell. All I remember is that we went to Walmart one day because I could never find them, and they had a bunch on clearance for $4. So we bought all of them.
I love them, and I use them literally every day.
As cheap as they are, they cut great. They feel nice. They're fine. For $4, $7, whatever, you can't go wrong. You might as well pick one up.
All right, Concord, Carpenter, and the Tool Lab is up next. So they have a new head-to-head that just came out, and this time they're testing the best large battery-powered chainsaw, which is amazing. So there are 5 contenders in this: a DeWALT, an Ego, a Greenworks Commercial, Milwaukee, and RYOBI. Now these are all 20-inch plus models. And of course, we get the typical creative testing rigs from the Tool Lab.
Yeah, the Tool Lab is up in their game, huge.
Did you see they milled that down to a 16.5-inch beam?
I don't know how you even move that. They also taught me what a milling guide is. I did not know that, and now I feel smarter.
That has to be fun. All right, it's time again for our weekly Platinum Tool Deal. Every week, the pros at Ohio Power Tool send us the greatest coupon code that you will find on the internet. However, there is a catch.
Yep, the code that they give us will only work for the first 25 people to use it, so you gotta be quick.
This week, you can get $50 off a $100 or more purchase of anything from Rigid, in stock or not.
That's right. Last week's Platinum Tool Deal went in 11 minutes, and that was on a Thursday morning on Thanksgiving morning. So yeah, you gotta be quick. If you wanna improve your chances of getting this deal where you can save up to 50% nearly every week, you can actually join our channel here on YouTube for as little as $2 a month. And that gets you access to the details of the Platinum Tool deal early, which means that you can have your shopping cart already full of what you want to buy. So when we announce the code on Friday, you're ready to go. Speaking of, this week's code is TS93600. Good luck.
I want to thank Ego and Ohio Power Tool for supporting our show and our amazing community of tool fans.
All right, guys, if you can, lend a tool or a hand to your neighbor this weekend. Is there a night? We'll see you next week.